Hello YouTube, it's the Grumpy Brit here. Just thought I'd give a little intro to this video since it is nearly a 2-hour long video. You might be thinking, what's this? This isn't funny clips with silly editing. No, I know it's not. This is a live stream, or it's a VOD rather, of a live stream that I did last Tuesday. It's something that I plan to be doing every Tuesday from now on over on Twitch, and it's discussioning. Yes, it's discussioning. No, we're going to be discussing things related to live streaming and Twitch in general and content creation, that kind of thing. And for my first one, we decided to talk about Twitch titles and why I believe they're very important, why I believe they're an opportunity to engage with your viewers, you know, good ones, bad ones, all this kind of stuff. So some of my viewers over on Twitch said that they thought it was really useful, and so I thought I might as well upload it to YouTube, and then that way it's here, it won't get deleted by Twitch after a month, and yeah, hopefully somebody finds some use out of it. So if you are a live streamer and you haven't really put much thought into titles yet, this could be a good listen for you. Again, I know it's very long, I apologize. You know what it's like, I tend to ramble. I'm doing it right now in this intro. So yeah, if you found it useful, please you know, give me a like. Say that you like me. No, give the video a like. And yeah, if you have any thoughts and opinions on this one, I'd love to hear them, because I think that I'm right and I think a lot of these stuff here is useful, but you might not. So if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, enjoy. I try my hardest. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go over to the PowerPoint. Oh my god, look at this. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Almost. Is it working? Should we say, is it working? Oh my god, it's working. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll go. Let me know if the music is distracting. I'm turning it down in my headset. Let me know if it's distracting for you or if it's too quiet or whatever. In fact, it's very quiet right now. We turn it up a little bit. But yeah, again, please bear with me. This is the first time I've done this style of stream before. I'm really excited, but I've never done it, so we might be a little rough around the edges. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, actually. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, me sat here trying to teach people stuff, especially considering I'm not the expert. But let's go ahead. Okay, we're doing stream titles. I'm also gonna upload this video to YouTube. I'm just gonna upload it raw as it is, the PowerPoint section of it anyway. I'm just gonna upload it to YouTube. So if you do miss today, if you're watching this from YouTube, hi YouTube. But if you're watching this from YouTube, you're welcome. No, I think it might be useful again, so I'll put it up there, and in that way, you know, it sticks around. It's not going to disappear after 30 days after the VODs go. Okay, let's go. We're talking about stream titles today. Personally, I think stream titles are very, very, very important if you want to grow your channel. And honestly, even if you don't necessarily want to grow like, you know, career streamers want to grow, even if you're wanting to grow to meet new people, to have fun, I still think stream titles are very, very important. Again, some disclaimers. We're going to go through some disclaimers. So, here we go. Who am I? Okay, if this is the first time you've been here, if you've never met me before, I am the Grumpy Brit. There's a picture of me playing The Witcher. That was fun, wasn't it? Do you remember when I put the armor on? That was fun. But I've been on Twitch. There's my logo. Also, I put it in. I needed 4 images. But I am new to Twitch. Remember this. When we're talking about this today, when I'm talking about Twitch titles and things like this, remember, I am new to Twitch. I've only been on Twitch for about 8 months. Okay, I've been streaming for about 8 months. So I've learned a hell of a lot in those 8 months. I have learned lots and lots and lots, which is what I'm trying to help you guys with. But at the same time, just remember, I am new to the platform. I'm not the expert. Okay, I'm not some wise guru. I just think that these kind of discussions are really, really helpful. So again, I've been here for about 8 months. So bear that in mind when we talk about these things. I don't know as much as some people out there, okay? However, in those 8 months, and this is a little bit of a brag, but in those 8 months, our channel has reached 41k channel views and 1,400 followers. So you could argue I'm doing something right, all right? I'm doing something. I have got out there. People know me. Some people know me. All right, and again, this is not me bragging, okay? I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that if you're going to say, well, you've only been here 8 months, what do you know? I've done something. We have reached 41,000 people. Obviously, those people will be the same people who come back more than one time. But my channel has been viewed 41,000 times. So something is catching people's attention. Kizadora, welcome back. How the devil are you? Demiskas, welcome in. Humble brag. Look at the PowerPoint and love. I love a PowerPoint. But yeah, so again, sure, bear in mind, I am very new to Twitch. I am not the expert yet, but I don't think I ever will be. But I'm not the expert, but I've done something that is working. Something that I'm doing is working. I also have a psychology degree. Now, I debated putting this in or not, but I think it's useful to remember that I do have a psychology degree. So some of these things that we're going to talk about today, I have a little bit more knowledge than the average person, just a little bit, because a psychology degree in England is very general. And a lot of my psychology degree, I started to specialize in things like vision science, things like brain damage was one of my specializations as well. So not everything in my degree, you know, a lot of people think psychology is, you know, is talking about your feelings or reading people, all that kind of stuff. There was bits of that, there was elements of that, but generally speaking, a lot of what I learned in my degree was a very general sense. It was like, you know, here's the surface of this research area. Here's like the key facts and the main bulk of research. And then you get to choose and specialize what you're most interested in. But still, some of the things that I learned at uni are very, very, very helpful. Like, for example, one of the things that we learned at uni was title our essays appropriately. You know, title our research proposals appropriately, title your what do you call it, a dissertation appropriately, so on and so forth. And one of the things we also learned was what makes a good research title. And usually with the research titles, the titles have to be very succinct and very informative. And we're going to get into that. But just bear that in mind. I do have a psychology degree, something that I definitely do take some of the skills I learned at uni and I do implement them in my streams. Not saying that you need a psychology degree to do well on Twitch, just saying that that is something that I do kind of, you know, it is a little advantage that I have, okay? But finally, I am not the expert, okay? There you go, a little bullet point. I am not the expert. I'm not the expert. I haven't made it on Twitch. You know, I'm an affiliate. I've been here for 8 months. I have had some success. I'm still having some success. I'm very grateful for that. And I think a lot of it is, you know, a lot of it is hard work and a lot of it is luck, but just remember that I'm not the expert. So I would love to hear your opinions too. All right. Bingo was his name. We're not playing bingo today. Well, you can if you want. You can play bingo. Your teacher would give you an F for rambling. Probably Damascus. Okay, disclaimers. This is not designed to teach you the answers. I don't have them all. Okay, even if I did have all the answers, I wouldn't tell you them all, okay? It's designed to get you thinking. The point of this stream is to get you thinking about these things and to form your own opinions and to form your own discussions as well. We can have a discussion together. We can all have our own opinions. And if you absolutely disagree with everything that I say today, that's great. That is fantastic. You're still thinking about Twitch titles, and that's the whole idea. Because if you're not thinking about Twitch titles, you're not putting as much effort in as other people are. All right. So hopefully it helps someone. At least I want somebody to be helped today. I want somebody to learn something. Hopefully I'll learn something. That's the plan of today's stream. All right. That's the idea. So the objectives then. Why not all the answers? Why am I here? Oh yeah, the beard. Okay. For the people who are here, by the way, if you've just joined, if you have a genuine question, you have like an important question that you want me to answer specifically, if you do an exclamation point question, it will boop up in the chat and I will then give you some attention. Okay. Don't abuse it. If you abuse it for jokes and haha and lols, I'll ban you or at least time you out. So the objectives today, why is a title important? Why do we bother? Why do we bother putting thoughts and effort into a title? What is a title's aim? What does a title aim to do? What's its purpose? What does it mean? What do we think makes a bad title? So I was going to do what makes a good title and what makes a bad title, but most of this is aimed at what makes a good title. You know, why is it important? What does it aim to do? Most of that kind of covers what a good title is. So we're going to look at some bad examples of titles, because again, looking at the bad is always as useful as looking at the good. You know, you need to look at everything. You need to look at both sides of the coin. So it can still be very, very useful to look at some bad titles. We're going to look at some examples and why they're bad as well. There we go. Look at some examples. We actually are going to go onto Twitch later on and go through the browse page and have a little look. Once we finish the presentation, we're going to have a little look. I hope I don't get banned for this. It's not technically calling anybody out. It's not technically being mean to anybody. That's not the idea. The idea is we're going to have a little look through the page and see them in practice. You know, what we're talking about now, we're going to see it in practice and see why it makes sense in my head. Just pull up my VODs to see bad titles. By the way, guys, everybody learns every day, right? On Twitch, the more you stream, the more you're here, the more you're going to learn. Like, you might be sat there thinking, when we talk about the bad title section, you might be sat there thinking, oh shit, that's me. I do this. That's wonderful. The idea that you're actually here thinking about and trying to improve, again, puts you above a lot of people that don't, because there are plenty of people out there that don't, promise you. Is there a snack break planned? No, well, we'll see how long it takes, Blindside. If it takes like 5 hours, we'll do a snack break. Okay. But yeah, we're going to look at some examples and we're going to critically analyze them. We're going to say, why are these ones bad or good or whatever? We're going to do all that. And then we're going to do tomorrow's title. At the end of the stream, we're going to all come together, whoever's left, whoever hasn't got bored yet. We're going to do my title for tomorrow, okay? And we can do it together as a stream, and I think that'll be a good way to round off the stream. Is there free coffee? I hope so. Who's brought the coffee? Lava Strix, welcome back. How the devil are you? I'm already getting teacher's throat. Oh, and pastries. Okay, so remember again, this is my opinion now. All this stuff now is my opinion. And if you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. All opinions are valid. So why is the title important? Twitch is saturated. This is something you've probably heard a lot. I prefer the term competitive because saturated sounds very negative. It sounds like, oh, it's a saturated place. But you hear this all the time. Twitch is saturated. It is. It's a very competitive place. You come to Twitch, you are competing with thousands upon thousands of streamers. No matter what time of day you stream, no matter what game you stream, you are competing with thousands of people all putting content out there. A lot of them are going to be better than you. Okay, let's just be honest. A lot of them are going to be better than you. A lot of them are going to be worse than you too. But you're competing with these people. And so, for me personally, and by the way, we're going to go into these points in more detail in further slides, but for me, the point is that a title is very important because everybody's using them and not everybody's using them well. So people that do use them well will have an advantage over those who don't use them well. But yeah, so me, you, there is more than 25 streamers on Twitch. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. So first impressions count. This is something that I brought in from my psychology degree side of things. This is something that it's like, you know, first impressions is something that in psychology is studied quite a lot because we want to know why. Why do first impressions matter? Why do we make first impressions in the first place? Like, why do we do this? But first impressions count, and titles are, in a way, your first impression on Twitch. They're the first thing that people see, and we're going to delve into that a little bit more as well. Another thing, people haven't met you yet. So a title is important because people haven't met you, and the whole idea of a streamer is you're trying to convince people to come and watch your stream. You're saying, hey, I'm live, come watch me, right? And so people haven't met you. We're not talking with titles. We're not talking about people that already follow you or your subs. I think we're talking about bringing in new people. We're talking about people that have maybe never even heard of you. And so a title is important for bringing those people in. And again, we're going to go into these points in a little bit more detail in just a second. But people are playing the same games as you, but they might be doing different things. This is something, again, is a little bit more factual. But there are certain games where titles will help you stand out from other people that are playing the exact same game, but are playing it in a very, very, very different way. And that's how I started with World of Warcraft. And that was important to me. And we'll go through that. We'll go through that in just a minute. So Twitch, it's saturated. It's competitive. It is. All times. Doesn't matter what time zone you're on, doesn't matter what game you're playing, Twitch is competitive. Because yeah, you might be the only person playing a certain game, but you're still competing with people in other games. You know, there are a lot of people that watch all sorts of different games. Not everybody only watches Fortnite. You know, I don't. I watch all sorts of different games. So at any one time you're live, you're competing with thousands upon thousands of other people. And really, your title is one of the only things that helps you stand apart. If you look at this as an example, we look at this little screenshot. This is a real screenshot from yesterday. Yesterday evening, it was about 1 a.m. my time, so 1 a.m. British time. All right. I scrolled down on Fortnite. I went right down the bottom, well, near the bottom. This was actually a lot of scrolling, by the way, to get to 24 viewers. This was a lot of scrolling. But I just sort of randomly stopped and took a screenshot as a point. I was doing it to make a point, and the point was that all of these people right now. I've taken out their names and their logos just so we're not picking on anybody. Basically, we're not picking on him. That's not the point. The point of this is to have a little discussion. So I've taken out their logos. I've taken out their names. That was rude. That was the next slide. Anyway, we've taken out the names, taken out the logos. So really, when you take out the names and the logos, which are important, they are important. Don't get me wrong. Once you take them out, what do you have? Out of all these people, you're a viewer, right? Put yourself in the viewer's shoes. You're a viewer. You want to watch one of these streams. You're deciding between these streams now. Well, what do you have to choose? You've never met any of these. These are brand new people to you. What do you have to choose between them? You have a thumbnail and you have a title. That's all you have, a thumbnail and a title. So You could argue, well, the thumbnails are super important, right? No, they're not. You can't change the thumbnails. The thumbnails are not chosen by you. There's no input over these. And also, if you look at the thumbnails, like Fortnite's a great example of this one. Look at how many of these are the same, all right? These 4 here are basically identical thumbnails. Sure, you can see people's faces and that might have an effect. It probably will in a small way. But look at these people. They're all the same. These thumbnails are exactly the same. All 4 of them here. You know, these ones down here are all basically loading screens, you know? These 3 here are almost indistinguishable too. You can't see any differences between these. All you really have is the thumbnail and the title. And again, the thumbnails aren't very important and you have no control over them anyway. So really your title is the first main thing that people will see, and it's the first opportunity to grab them into your stream. So this is what we were talking about a minute ago with first impressions. This is a quote from Psychology Today. It takes a mere 7 seconds to make a first impression. 7 seconds to make a first impression of someone. Disclaimer, this 7 seconds rule is something that's debated in psychology. There's evidence that it's much less than that. There's been a study recently that said it's about 100 milliseconds. There's studies that say it's longer than that. There's lots of you know, arguments in psychology about how long does it take to make a first impression. It doesn't matter. That's not the point of this quote. The point of this quote is if you're stood in front of a person and it takes 7 seconds to make an impression of a person, how long do you think people are spending on your title and thumbnail? How long do you think they're spending on it? I think probably a lot less. I think they're probably spending a lot less. If we go back to this, how long are we going to be spending deciding whether this is a person we want to watch or not? I think it's less than 7 seconds. Personally, again, no evidence to back that up, no research to back that up, but I think it's a lot less than 7 seconds. So first impressions really, really count. So make sure you only meet people for 6 seconds at a time. You'll have to make an impression. I like it. I like it. So if it only makes 7 seconds, if it only takes 7 seconds to make a first impression, you need to make that count. And here's the real, this is why I put this quote in. This is the real takeaway message from this. People will judge your quality based on your title. They will. All right. They will judge your quality of your streams based on your title. Now, we're going to delve into this a little bit more later on, but there's a very wide variety of titles on here. And there's one that sticks out to me as an instantly very, very bad title. Anyone want to hazard a guess? Which one of these? I know it might be a little bit hard to see. Can I zoom in? Okay, it might be a little hard for you to see, but one of these titles is awful. Which one do you think it is? In my opinion, which one do you think it is? There's one that stands out as the worst title on there. So Driscus thinks gift card, Blindside thinks Fortnite, and Beckhill thinks sub giveaway. I'm with Blindside on this one. The worst title on this page for me is Fortnite. And we're going to delve into exactly why this is the worst title on this page in a little bit. But yeah, Fortnite, it's an awful title. Okay. And I have reasons why it's an awful title. Don't you worry. But Fortnite is an awful title, mainly being we know you're playing Fortnite. We're browsing through Fortnite. We know that information already. So I'm going to look at this title. Thank you for that host, Jamie. I'm going to look at this title and think immediately this person's lazy. It might not be true, okay? It might not be true. That person might be the most entertaining streamer you've ever met. They might be have an amazing community and wonderful and exciting and great at the game. Doesn't matter. Already, I think they're a lazy person, so I'm less likely to give them a chance because that's how people operate. You know, this is how I operate. This is how a lot of you operate. You might not even realize you operate that way, but already I'm like, nah, they're a lazy streamer. And they're at 24 viewers, so they're probably not a lazy streamer. They're probably doing something well because they're sat at 24 viewers. So they're probably not a lazy streamer, but already their title has said to me, the information their title has given is they're lazy. So this is why first impressions are super, super, super important because you only get one, right? You only get one first impression. And if that first impression is a negative one, they'll just keep scrolling. They'll just keep moving on. You might never meet that person. So again, just to really hammer this point home, first impressions are super, super important. I really love this image. It's an image that I found online this morning, but I really love it because this is the same guy, right? This is the same guy. And in one he's wearing a doctor's uniform, and in this one he's wearing some casual clothing. He's got tattoos. You're going to make snap judgments on these two. And again, I don't want to delve into the psychology of it. I know this is true. I've seen the evidence. I've seen the research. But you're going to make snap judgments about these two guys. If you were to meet the guy on the right first time, you're going to make certain snap judgments. If you'd have met him the first time with the outfit on, with the doctor's outfit on, you're going to make different snap judgments. But this is true. This is true of life. It's true of Twitch. It's true of everywhere. Okay. First impressions are very, very, very important. So make yours count. All right. Make your first impression count. If I mess up a first impression, I come back with glasses on. Well, how do you do that on Twitch though, Blindside? How do you come back with glasses on Twitch? And you're right. You know, you can come back the next day and have a better title and you have another chance, right? But absolutely, what we're talking about is somebody deciding whether to watch your stream or not. Okay. And that's first impressions are important in that scenario. So another reason why titles are important, people haven't met you yet. And this kind of ties into what we were just talking about, but people haven't met you yet. You know, we're talking about people in the browse page, people who've never heard of you. They don't know anything about your content. They don't know how good it is, how bad it is, how your style. They don't know what you do. They know nothing about you. So titles are important because this is an opportunity to engage with them. This is an opportunity to say, hey, viewer, I'm here. Take notice of me. Come and check out my content. It's your first opportunity to have a little dialogue with a potential new viewer. And titles can be many different, you can do that in many different ways, and we'll get into that. But really the importance here is that your title is your first opportunity. It's not the only opportunity, and having a great title doesn't mean everybody's going to come and watch your stream and love it, but it's your first port of call. It's your first opportunity. It's you literally stood there in one of these outfits. That's what your title is. Are you going to wear the doctor's outfit, or are you going to wear the casual outfit? And again, I'm not saying that the casual outfit is wrong or that the doctor's outfit is right. What I'm saying is that people who, I don't know, want some medical advice are going to come to the doctor, aren't they? They ain't going to come to the guy on the right. And this is what we're talking about. You're attracting people to your streams who want to watch it, and your title is a very good opportunity to do that. Slob's mask. To be honest, when I found you, I was checking if anyone was playing Alien Isolation for the first time. Yeah, absolutely. Game choice. Yeah, 100% Damascus. But even then, if you have 10 people playing Alien Isolation, who'd you pick? That's what I'm saying. You know, who'd you pick out of the 10 people playing Alien Isolation? And you might be lucky for playing a less saturated game. You might be lucky that there's only 10 streamers playing it. But even so, okay, I was talking to another streamer last night about this, who she was talking about today's stream, because we'd already had a little conversation about it. And I was saying to her, like, if you're the only person in a category, great, fine. Do you have to stop worrying about titles? No, because somebody else might log on and start playing after you. If there's 2 people playing a game, it's already a 50-50 shot, right? Just think about that. If 2 people are playing Alien Isolation, it's a 50-50 shot on who's going to come and watch you. Now, of course, there are other variables, like, you know, if you have more viewers than them, people are more likely to come and click on your stream, because higher viewers, people usually believe you're a better streamer. Again, first impressions. But, you know, all things considered, the person with the better title is going to have an advantage over the person with not. And this is the thing about streaming, is you want to give yourself every advantage possible, right? You want to have every single advantage as you can, because again, this all stems back to that Twitch is a saturated competitive market. So in a competitive market, you have to work harder. You have to take every opportunity. You have to take every advantage. So I was searching for UK streamers when I found it. Pretty sure you had it in your title. I used to have UK streamer in my title, even though I was part of the UK community. Again, I wanted to meet new people from the UK. It worked well. So finally, the final reason why titles are important is because people playing the same game as you might be doing different things. Now, I like this little image. This is, if anyone doesn't play World of Warcraft, this is an alliance person in World of Warcraft who's clearly role playing. He's like, "Ha, take that, you foul miscreant!" And this horde player is just like, "What? What are you doing?" But it's meant to represent the fact that people playing the same game can have very, very different ways of playing. This is something that I encountered when I used to play World of Warcraft 5 days a week. World of Warcraft is a really good example of this, because if you've never played World of Warcraft before, the main communities in World of Warcraft, you have PvPers, you have raiders, you have role players, and you have gold makers. Those are your core communities. Samadan, hi. Sorry, Samadan. I did see your DM. I don't usually reply to them on stream. But yours said gold or farming, if I recall, when I first found you. But to be fair, it was a beard that made me click. So Samadan's brought up a great example. So Samadan, if you haven't met Samadan is a gold maker. Samadan does gold making World of Warcraft streams, which is potentially a niche thing. You know, it's like it's a niche, if you will. But at the same time, Samadan always does gold making. So people who love gold making will flock to Samadan because they know he's a gold maker. And how does people know that Samadan's a gold maker? Usually because it's in his title. Samadan will put titles like, 5 million gold challenge when Samadan was trying to get the 5 million gold for the mount. People flocked to his channel because not only for that, Samadan's a great guy and people know him already, but some people will be going to his channel because he had gold making in his title. And I know that I met people within the gold making community because I put gold making in my title. And of course, we have the tag system, and the tag system helps, but the tag system isn't fully fledged yet. It's not used by everybody yet, and not everybody uses the filters. So really, things like gold making, I think, should be in your title. A lot of people I watch on Twitch now from raids. Grumpy is the only person I found from a title. Fair enough, Damascus. Not everybody finds people that way, Damascus. It's not the point. The point is that people who are in the browse category you're never going to attract them to your stream if you don't do all the things that the good people are doing. You know, the good streamers, if you will, are doing, or the more experienced streamers are doing. Adapt beard though. Black Knight, welcome back, getting smart. Well, no, we're having a discussion about it. It's not me necessarily telling you the right, because I don't know all the answers. So Samadan uses chill gold making, TSM, and profession. So Samadan's title right there, and we're going to get into this. We're going to literally pick apart these sort of titles in a little bit. But Samadan's title that he uses, chill gold making, TSM, and professions, it's an informative one, and it tells you exactly what style of content he's doing. So when Samadan is playing in the same category as mythic raiders and role players and PvPers, people who are browsing through the page instantly know Samadan is doing gold making. If that person is looking for gold making, they're way more likely to click on Samadan's stream. So that's that. It's true of a lot of games. You know, Call of Duty Black Ops is another one. With Black Ops, you have blackout mode and multiplayer and zombies. So again, people like what they like. They want to find the content that they like. And this is what I was leading on to. People want to find specific content. If somebody wants to find gold makers, if you make it easy for them, if you put gold making in your title, they're going to find you easier and they're more likely to stay. If you make it hard for them and you don't put gold making in your title and you don't use the gold making tag, which I don't think we have a gold making tag yet. Please tell me if I'm wrong. If you make it hard for them, they're less likely to click on it. It's kind of obvious, right? When you say it out loud, it's kind of obvious. But most people don't say it out loud. They put on their generic title and they go ahead and they start streaming. And they expect people to click on their stream and then find out that they're a gold maker. But it doesn't usually work that way. So closest tag is farming. Okay, so you have a tag. The tag system isn't fully fledged and not everybody uses it. So I genuinely believe, based on no statistical knowledge, I genuinely believe that doing a good title and the tag system is always the best way. So you think it's really important to include a lot of info about who you are as well. I see a lot of raiders PvP who title PvP or raid night, but they leave out their class, and 9 out of 10 I'm going to pick someone who's the same class for me. So Black Knight, that's informative, and we're going to come on to this in the presentation. I have a whole section on informative, but you're right, you know. So you notice people join Rocket League streams if they can play with a streamer no matter what rank they are. So then again, yeah, so you're saying that if you have that in title, come play with me, I'm playing with viewers, that can be helpful too. Some of the auto tags also are wrong. Yeah, that's true. We're not talking about the tag system as much today. The tag system, I don't want to talk about the tag system as much because I am highly critical of it. Again, use them, use the tags. Why not? They're free. You might as well. But the system isn't perfect. It's still kind of, it feels like it's in beta. You know, it feels like it's still being figured out. But it, you know, again, it's good to have it than not have it. Would have been nice to have kept communities, but there you go. But yeah, use your titles and your tags. If you have a gold making tag, use it. But that doesn't stop you from putting it in your title as well. Because remember, not everybody looks at tags. Not everybody does. So these are the reasons why titles are important. So those are the reasons why. So what does a title aim to do? I personally believe that a title has 3 aims. And these are just what I believe. But I think that they have 3 aims. I think the first aim of a title is to help you from standing out from the crowd. Like we said before, Twitch is very, very saturated. It's a very competitive market. And everybody's competing against everybody. And some people are very, very competitive and want to win all the time. Some people are very much more community focused and want to grow with their friends and help each other out. Just because you're helping other streamers out doesn't mean you still don't have to stand out. You know, like you still have to stand out from the thousands of people that are streaming at the same time as you. So one of the aims of a title is to help you stand out from the crowd. Another aim of a title, in my opinion, is to be informative. Like we were just saying, Black Knight and others and Damascus, if you have some information about what your stream is about, you know, about the style, about the content style or your community style or whatever, and that can be very, very, very helpful. Like people can join in your stream because they want to play in Rocket League with the streamer. They want to join in. They want to play together. You know, so again, being informative, and we are going to get into these points in a little bit more detail. But the third way is to convince people that your content is awesome. You know, again, we all work so hard on our content. We all sit here and think about how can I be more entertaining? You know, how can I engage with the chat more? How can I look at the camera more? How can I do this? Blah, 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 blah. That's all well and good. But how does somebody know you're working so hard unless you tell them that you're working so hard? And again, a title can do this. A title can say to someone, hey, I work hard. I do good, I do this, or whatever. But convincing people that your content is awesome. So those are the 3 aims that I believe. If you guys have any other aims, if you think that titles have another aim, if there's something else that they should be doing, please, again, let me know. These are just the 3 that I believe And these are the 3 that I'm going to be starting judging titles from now on. So I'm going to be judging titles. So does it help you stand out from the crowd? Is it informative? And is it convincing me that you're awesome? Those are my 3 criteria now that I will look at titles from going forward. So again, if you have another thing that you think titles should be doing, let me know. I might not know, or I might have forgotten. So let me know. So what is a title's aim? So you think some catchy titles are good too. I agree. Catchy title helps you stand out from the crowd, right? So that's what we're talking about now. So drawing people in. So yeah, so when I talk about, you're absolutely right, Jade. When I talk about standing out from the crowd and being informative, the reason why you want to do that is to draw people in. You know, like people aren't going to go, ha ha ha, great title, and move on. That's not the idea. The idea is, oh, I really like that title. This streamer must be great. And that's the idea. So you're absolutely right, drawing people in. And for me, I think people are drawn in when they believe that you have great content. Like I say, convince them you've got great content. You know, or they believe that you're really good at what you do, and so you can convince them with your titles. How to stand out from the crowd, have big titties or big beard. Not true at all, Damascus. I mean, you're right. Sure, thumbnails, people might click on somebody because they find them attractive. They like the beard, they like the aesthetic. You're right, that is a factor. That is absolutely a factor. The only problem is it's you can't really change your aesthetic. Well, you can, but you can completely control your title. So yeah, sure, if I shave off my beard, people might not click on my thumbnail as much, but that's only one aspect of drawing people in. The title for me is very important because you have full control over the title. So what is the title's aim? I love this picture. Can we look at this? Look at this. Look at this little picture. There's a little blue duck, all right? And all this whole little thing of ducks. All of the ducks are yellow. This little ducky is blue. Can we get that trending? Be the blue duck. Be the blue duck. Maybe that's what Twitter is. Oh my God, Twitter is the blue duck. Anyway, this is the idea of a title, right? All of these yellow ducks, you're much more likely to look at the blue duck. And it might only be that you're more likely to look at it for a few seconds. But if you think of your title, if you think of your streams and your content as you're trying to sell it to people, you're trying to say, hey, I have this product, please buy it. You know, essentially, like when I say buy it, I mean, come and watch me, right? How do you get people to come and decide to pick you? And one of them is to be the blue duck. Be the blue duck. Hashtag be the blue duck. I love this. I've just made this up now. I love it. But be the blue duck. To famous on Twitch, gotta follow me on Twitter. I would click on the duck that's looking left. Absolutely. And again, the idea of the infographic is a lot of these ducks here are very, very similar, but a little bit different. You know, like you say, Blindside, some of the ducks are looking different ways. Some of them have slightly different facial expressions if you look at them hard enough. Yeah. Anyway, but the idea is here is that the blue duck stands out amongst all of the other ducks. Okay. It's the same size. It's the same shape. It's got the same face, but it stands out because of one little thing. And that's what your titles can do. And if you're standing out, people are more likely to notice you. Notice me, senpai. Okay. This is what it is. It's notice my stream, please, senpai. Notice my stream, potential new viewers. And being the blue duck can help you in that way. And you're absolutely right, guys. Having a crazy haircut or streaming in a streaming in an outfit or something can help you be the blue duck. However, should you not still tell people that you're doing that? Should you not, if you're streaming in a kigurumi, should you not put that in your title too? Maybe. I'm the blue duck. I'm the blue duck. I also love it because it reminds me of Echo. But Grand Guy, welcome in. How you doing? His name is Robert Paulson. Robert Quaxon. His name is Robert Quaxon. You want to be the green duck, Kizadora, you might be colorblind. There's no green. Hashtag be the blue duck. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Be the blue duck. Should I put it in my stream title? Be the blue duck. So one of the aims is to stand out from the crowd. Okay, that's one of the aims of the title. And when I say stand out from the crowd, you can be unique, you can be special, or you can be different. And you all probably are. You all probably have something or several things about your stream that you do differently to other people. Let's just take Fortnite as a good example, right? You're playing Fortnite, everybody plays Fortnite, everybody does the same thing, everybody tries to win, whatever. Well, if you're gonna, again, sit there in a crazy outfit and you're gonna stream Fortnite dressed up like a cowboy or a cowgirl, right? You're gonna do that. That's fine. That's sure, whatever. Like no reason not to, right? It's funny, whatever. But how do people know that you're dressing up in a crazy outfit? Again, they might see it from the thumbnail, but thumbnails are out of your control. thumbnails are very, very difficult to distinguish between, especially in the more saturated markets like Fortnite, like Overwatch. It's very, very difficult to get any information from the thumbnail. You know, okay, a good example of this, right? You quickly stand up to go and open the door to let your cat out or something. Your Twitch thumbnail for a good 5 minutes could be just an empty chair. So you can't control that, but what you can control is your title. So you're doing something crazy in your stream, let people know, you know, again, standing out from the crowd, be attention grabbing. Okay, be attention grabbing. When you're scrolling through that page and you see title upon title upon title, stand out. Say, hey, I'm here. Look at this awesome title. Come and watch my stream. Now, being attention grabbing, there's a few traps here that I wanted to mention a bit later on. Things like, for example, clickbait and stuff like that, I don't think are good. They might sound good because we're saying, hey, have be attention grabbing. They might be good and they might work. They might get people in, but they're probably not going to keep them in. They're probably going to leave straight away when they realize that it's clickbait. So we're not talking about clickbait and especially misleading titles. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well, because again, these are pitfalls that could potentially get you banned. We're not talking about that, but we're talking about being attention grabbing, standing out from the rest. Okay, and that doesn't need big caps and underlines and bold and all that shit. It doesn't need that, trust me. So you can show off your wit, your humor, or your personality, or a combination of all three with your title. You know, if you're a really funny person, if you're like hilarious, you can put that into your title. You can make a funny title. And sure, not everyone might get the joke, but the people that do often will come in and click on your channel and say, hey, good joke. Even doesn't matter. Even if they say good joke, even if they say bad joke, right? They say bad joke. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. Okay, let me tell a little story. I quite often use puns in my titles. I'll use awful puns, right? Like awful ones. I had somebody come in my channel once and they said, your pun is awful. And I literally said to them, I wish I'd have clipped it. I literally said to them, well, you're in it and you're chatting in my stream now, aren't you? And the guy turned around and was like, oh yeah, good point. Follow, made a friend. You know what I'm saying? It did its job. The pun might have been awful, but it grabbed their attention. They literally wanted to come and tell me how bad that pun was. But that was fine. It did its job. They came in, and then they realized it was a good stream, so they hung around, you know? My mommy says I'm special. Twitch staff hate me because of one simple trick. Yeah, exactly. Clickbait. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But yeah, show off your wit. If you are very witty, if you're very funny, show it in your title. Why not? You know, you can, and again, you can still have a professional and informative title and be funny too. I do this all the time. I try. But yeah, so standing out from the crowd, show off your wit, humor, your personality. If you have a very specific personality, are you a very angry streamer? Do you get really angry about games? Do you throw your controller against the wall and smash it up into pieces? Some people like that. I don't know why, but they do. If you're like that, put it in your title. You know, angry man plays video games, whatever. I don't know. Put it in your title. You can. No, you don't always have to. But again, you can show off some of your personality to people that have never met you just by using a title. You can show them, tell them something about you that they would have never have known because they never would have clicked on your stream. So show it off. If you have wit, humor, personality, show it off. Absolutely. So we've just talked about one of the aims of titles being to stand out from the crowd, and I still believe that. Well, another aim of titles is to be informative, and this is what we were talking about with Samadan earlier with gold making. Being informative, bright side is bright, I'm sorry. Being informative is telling people something about your stream. And that could be there's so many different things. There's so many different things that you might want to tell potential viewers. But again, the idea is it's to bring them in because they've just found the content that they want to watch. So being informative, what do I mean by being informative? Describe your content. Okay, simple, very simple. Sounds simple, yeah? Describe your content. Well, you're playing Fortnite. Well, what are you doing in Fortnite? Are you just playing normal games to win? Are you trolling people? Which, you know, terms of service, don't be douches about it. But are you trolling people? Are you playing in a group together and having a laugh? Put this information in your titles. Why not? Describe your style of content. Describe exactly what your stream is. What is your stream? Because again, if you tell somebody what your stream is, they're more likely to know whether they like it or not. And again, somebody saying, hey, okay, I saw this title, that's not what I want to watch, is fine. Because anyone who comes into your stream, if they don't like the style of content that you're doing, they'll leave anyway. All you've now got is one extra view on your viewer list, your viewer count, you know? So for like a second. So it's fine. It doesn't matter. You want to let people know as well if they don't want to watch that kind of content. Like going back to the other example about angry people smashing up the controllers and stuff. I don't want to watch that shit. Okay. So if I don't want to watch that stuff, if you have that in your title, I'm going to avoid it. But here's the thing. That's a good thing too, because I know we're trying to grab new people in. We're trying to bring them into the stream, but we only want to bring in the people that want to be here. You know, we don't want negative interactions. We don't want people coming in and going, this is a shit stream. We want people that want to be here. So putting people off because they by being honest with your title is not a bad thing. But describe your content. What else can we be informative with? Again, describe your stream style. I've kind of already covered this, but describe your stream style. Are you a positive, friendly, welcoming community streamer? Are you a educational, instructional stream coach? Are you a discussion-based streamer like I am? Describe your stream style. You can do that. And again, all of these examples are examples of being informative. I'm not saying that every title has to describe your content and your stream style and have humor. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that a title is an opportunity to do all of these things or some of these things or whatever. These are the opportunities that you have. You can describe your stream style. You can say, hey, and one thing that I will say is don't use chill stream. We're going to go into that in a little bit, why I don't believe that chill stream is a good title, especially by itself. But yeah, if you have a specific style of streaming, whether that be multiplayer, playing with viewers or whatever, you can put that in your title too. You can let people know that stuff, right? So again, this all links in together. Describe your atmosphere. Are you a very high energetic streamer? You can again, don't necessarily say, I'm a high energetic streamer. You put it in cleverly, right? Good titles will put it in cleverly, in my opinion. But yeah, describe your kind of atmosphere. Do you like to get high and jump up around and scream when you win and everyone goes crazy? Do you like to do that? Or do you like to sit down and have a discussion? Again, this atmosphere you can describe in your title. Is it bad to use the same title each time you play the certain game if you're doing the same stuff? Not necessarily, especially if it's a good title. I don't think there's any problem with that. Like if you're doing the same content every day, no problem. Especially, again, if that title is a good title and that content's working well for you, why not? Why not? Again, but you'll change because you're not going to do the same content every day, are you? You're not going to do the same thing. If you're playing Fortnite every day of the week, right? You might be doing the same thing. But again, I personally, and anyone get involved if you disagree with me. I don't personally think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to use the same title, especially if it's especially if it's a good one, because remember, your title is mainly aimed at new people, because your followers, they get alerted when you go live, especially if they're in your Discord, especially if they follow you on Twitter and so on. Your followers kind of already know that you're going live and they want to come and hang out with you. They've already been convinced, right? So they don't get as affected by the titles. Now, I know a lot of my viewers, we talked about this yesterday, people will come in like, oh, what game are you playing? I don't even know, because they haven't even looked yet, because they just want to come and hang out with me. So you're not really aiming your titles at your already core following. You're aiming them at new people. You're aiming them to drag people in, people on the browse page. That's who you're aiming to rope in. So no, I don't think it's a bad idea to use the same title every day. Again, in my opinion, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Gotta go, but definitely gonna rewatch this. Can never think of a good title. Grand Kai, good. I hope it's helped you from where you've been here. Again, VOD will be available. I'll upload it to YouTube as well. But yes, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate your input. So yeah, detail exactly what you're doing into the game. This is what we were talking about earlier when we were talking with Samadan and the gold makers of World of Warcraft. Okay, if you're playing gold making, if that's the style of your stream, if you're doing gold making in WoW, again, you can convey that with your title, and you probably should convey that with your title. Say, hey, I'm doing this one specific thing in the game that people like, people enjoy. Come hang out, This is what I used to do in my gold making days. I used to do TSM gold making or gold making TSM, and then whatever we were doing that day. So are we going to do mount runs? Are we going to do crafting, whatever, mining, whatever. So I used to do TSM, gold making, mining, whatever, and then maybe some other little, bracketed stuff. But yeah, this is really important for these games that have many different ways to play, because like we said before, it's very important because anyone who wants to watch gold makers will seek out gold makers. It's as simple as that. So tell me about special events. This is another great one. Are you doing a charity stream? Are you doing a 12-hour stream? Are you doing a stream with your best friend who you've never played with? Are you doing a co-stream? Whatever. There's so many things that you can tell your audience about your specific stream. And why not tell them in your title? You should tell them in your title. If you're doing a charity stream, you should have it in your title. Because I know for a fact there are streams that I have clicked on because it's a charity stream and I want to come in and just wish them well. Even if I can't, you know, donate, I want to wish them well. So absolutely, if you have a special event, if you have something unique or interesting going on in your stream, put it in your title. Why not? What have you got to lose? So those are two of the aims. The third aim, this is Danny DeVito. Love Danny DeVito. Third aim of titles, in my opinion, is to convince people that you are awesome. It's to convince people that your content is worth watching. Because again, you're constantly trying to convince people of this, because at any time they could leave and go and watch somebody else. And that's just a fact of Twitch. And they will leave you because somebody else just logged in or somebody else just went live or whatever, or you changed the game, whatever. People will leave, people go. But the idea is you want to convince people that your content is awesome and that it's worth watching. Because you can only really watch one stream at a time. You can lurk and you can kind of be active in multiple streams, but you can only really watch a stream one stream at a time. So you're trying to convince people that, hey, this stream is worth watching. All right. So convince people that your content is awesome. So you know that you put lots of hard work into your content, right? You know that, but they don't know that if they've never met you. So let them know that you work hard. Let them know that you care about your job. Let them know that you are professional. Obviously, most of us aren't professional streamers, but that's not the point. Let them know that you love what you do and that you're good at what you do. So you have something that sets you aside from all those other streamers. You have something different. You're not the same as all those other thousands of Fortnite streamers. You are different to all of them because of whatever. Because of your personality or because of the way that you play the game. Doesn't matter. Let them know that. Let them know that your stream is better than all of the rest, okay? So you have some sort of value to bring. So value is Echo, pro streamer, right? How you doing? How you doing, Echo? Value is kind of a wishy-washy term, but it's true, okay? You have something to bring to the table. Why did you log in today and go live on Twitch? What's the point? And you need to be asking yourself this question, in my opinion, right? What is the point? Why are you live? What are you bringing to the collective Twitch table? And not everybody knows this. It's hard, you know, like some people just, not everybody figures that out. And a lot of people figure that out over time, and people's values change over time too. That's fine. But whatever your answer to that is, you know, whatever your answer to that question is what value am I bringing to the table? Let them know that in your title. And again, this is very, very vague. It's very generalized. But again, if you're a educational streamer, let them know in your title. If you're a highly entertaining streamer, let them know that in your title. There's so many things that you can do. People don't know any of this until they meet you. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. So if you might be the most, and thank you for that shout out, Echo, I appreciate that. You might be the most entertaining streamer on Twitch right now, but if people haven't met you yet, they don't know that. And this is what, do you like that bit? This is what this whole idea is these titles are grabbing people in and bringing them in and getting them to meet you. And then they're going to decide, because by the way, the title is only the first step. You know, they might click on your stream and then it instantly go, I don't like you for whatever reason. It's only the first step, but it's a very, very crucial one. But the title is how they decide whether to meet you. We literally looked at this before with the thumbnails, right? The thumbnails mean nothing, especially in the saturated games. They mean basically nothing. They're worthless almost, right? So your title is how they decide which stream to click on. Not always. There are little things, like we said, the viewer count can have an influence on that. You know, if your thumbnail does show your face and they like something about your appearance, sure. But generally, titles is the thing that sticks out as something that people will decide whether they want to come and meet you or not. So what makes a bad title? Okay, I'm looking forward to this bit. Sam is amazing gold streamer, guys. Great Twitch streamer, chill, and awesome guy. Absolutely. I don't watch much WoW anymore because I don't play it, but when I do, I pick on the people that I like the most, and Samadan is fantastic. It's very, very chill. I miss your art streams personally, Samadan, but you know, it's your content. You got to do what's right for you. But yeah, Samadan's super chill, has a great discussions, very, very welcoming, and I like all of those things. And also, Samadan was one of the first people that actually helped me out with my stream. So, you know, they watch because of my red hair. Yeah, possibly Echo. But again, what I said earlier when you went here was, what if you jump up from your seat and you go and make a drink for 2 seconds, and for 5-10 minutes, your thumbnail could just be your empty chair. You can't control that, but what you can control is your title. And again, sure, your appearance is important, and we talked about first impressions earlier, but that's just one facet of this. That's just one element. And again, I think titles are just as important as that. Get some bright green cloth and cover your mic stand. No, I like it. I like having it here. I like it. Look, I like the I like the weirdness of it. That's the car nowhere is a pet peeve. I know. Deal with it. So again, we've been talking about why a title is super important. Well, let's look at some examples of bad titles. And again, I'm not trying to pick on anybody here. I'm not trying to say that somebody's a bad streamer or bad content or whatever. All I'm saying is that these titles that we're looking at, in my opinion, aren't great. They're not taking full advantage of the opportunity that you've been given. And these are things that I think you should avoid. And again, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. So these are the bad styles of titles, and we'll go again as usual. We'll go into more detail on all of these, but repeating obvious information or non-information. That person earlier who had Fortnite as their title, that's a good example of that. And we'll go into that in a little bit more detail. But yeah, non-information, useless information, stuff that's obvious that you don't need to know. Incoherency or spam, hard to read titles that are got 25 majillion exclamation points in it, or are very difficult to read, really bad spelling and stuff like that. Clickbait or misleading titles. This is important because misleading titles are against terms of service. We're going to get into that. But clickbait, again, it might sound like a great idea. We've been talking about standing out and drawing in attention, but it is not going to keep them. So clickbait or misleading titles are bad titles. Couldn't be bothered. This one really irritates me, okay? This one actually gets me a little bit irritated because I see this now and again. Couldn't be bothered titles where people just they don't put the effort in, they can't be arsed. And we're going to get into why that is really bad for your channel in a minute. But yeah, so these are some examples of bad titles. So repeating obvious information, or what I call non-information. This is what we were looking at before. This was the title I said was the worst of the lot. Blindside agreed. Not everybody agreed, but Blindside and I agreed that this was the worst. This was the worst title out of the whole chunk of titles that we had to look at. Now, why do I believe that this is the worst title out of the lot? I'm going to tell you exactly why I believe it is. Because this was in the Fortnite directory. So this was in the browse page. This was in the Fortnite page of streamers. So everybody in this stream, everybody in that page of streamers, they're all playing Fortnite. We already know that. We came there because we want to watch Fortnite. So what does this title do? Nothing. It does nothing. It doesn't give you any information whatsoever about this stream at all. It's a non-title. You might as well have left it blank. Now, obviously, you can't leave it blank. You have to have a title for your stream, but you might as well. You might as well have left it blank. Now, when I say non-information, we just talked about. Well, what's the title aimed to do? Attention grabbing, informative, and to convince you that your stream is great. Those are my 3 criteria now for a good title. It's got to be one of those things or all 3. I'll just repeat those again. It's got to be attention grabbing. It's got to be informative, or it's got to convince you that your stream is amazing. Now, does this do any of those 3? No. You could argue that maybe because it's a very, very short title, it might stick out a little bit more. But anybody who reads this title, you're not going to get excited. It's capitalized, so that's good. But this doesn't tell me any information. It doesn't inform me about the stream at all. It gives me no information. I don't know what they're doing in Fortnite, why, how, who with. I don't know nothing, all right? Does it grab my attention? Now, it grabs my attention because I was looking for some examples of bad titles, right? But really, does it really grab my attention? No. You put another title next to this, I don't know, giveaway or whatever, that's going to grab my attention more, all right? Or whatever. Anything else is going to grab my attention, in my opinion, more than Fortnite. Does it convince me that your content is good? Does it say, hey, I'm a great streamer? No. It tells me one thing. Going back to first impressions, it tells me one thing. You couldn't think of a good title, or you couldn't be bothered. And we'll get on to couldn't be bothered in a minute. But it tells me, it doesn't convince me that you're a good streamer. So this is a non-title. You might as well have not bothered. Actually, Titan can't be asked. We'll Blindside, you are star people today. We'll get into that. So the game title in your title, you don't need it. People know you're playing Fortnite, okay? They came to Fortnite to browse Fortnite. They know you're playing Fortnite. Now, if a caveat to this, if you're putting the game title in your title for a specific reason, go ahead. If you're doing it for a pun, I don't know. I only play this game once a fortnight. Sure, whatever. Now you have some sort of thing in you have something in your title. It's a pun. It's funny. It's it's attention grabbing. Sure. But otherwise, you don't need the game title in your title. Just leave it out. Unless it really makes sense to have it, don't put it in. There's no point. You don't need it. It's a waste of words. It's a waste of your time. Chill stream. Chill stream is another one. I consider chill stream non-information. Now, we talked earlier about a title can give you some information, and chill stream is better than just playing Fortnite. And we talked about that. you know, having you can describe the style or the atmosphere of your stream. The problem with chill stream is that everybody says it, and it really doesn't mean anything. Like, what does chill stream mean? Does it mean that you're just sat there, just not really, just chilling out? Like, so for me, when I chill out, I just sit there and I'm quiet and I'm playing video games. That's how I chill out. Are you doing that? Maybe. But that's not telling me that your content is amazing. It's not convincing me that you have amazing content. It's not really informing me of anything either. You know, it's not really giving me any information, and it's not attention grabbing because everybody says chill stream. So really for me, chill stream is non-information. If you are a really chilled out, relaxed streamer, just put something else. Just put, you know, community focused stream or something, just anything else than chill stream, because chill stream is so overused that it just means nothing. Even hype stream, blindside, same problem. Hype stream, like, what does that mean? What do you mean hype? You know, does that mean that you're hyped or the game's hyped? I don't know what that means. Baby Bubby, welcome in. How the devil are you? Let's Play. Let's Play is another one that is a non-information. So again, Let's Play Fortnite. We know you're playing Fortnite. You're giving me nothing here. Or just Let's Play. You get that in titles as well. Let's Play. Or Let's Stream or whatever. These kind of titles are non-information. There's nothing there. Doesn't give me anything. Does it grab my attention? No. Does it inform me of what your stream's about? No. Does it convince me your content is good? No. So Let's Play Fortnite or Let's Play Together or whatever, just don't bother. Again, there's no point. You're giving me no information here. You're wasting an opportunity. Again, feel free to disagree with me. This is my opinion. Entertaining stream. Again, so here's the thing, DJ. Saying entertaining stream doesn't tell me anything about your stream. Saying, I don't know, just off the top of my head, I don't know, party after every win. Something like that. Now I'm going to think you're more entertaining. You know, I know something about your stream. This is what I'm talking about. Entertaining stream doesn't really mean anything, you know? Although what I will say is entertaining stream sounds better than chill stream, but you know, still not a good one. So, incoherency or spam. So, playing to Garm. I'm playing to Garm today. Now, I'm kind of joking, but you do see this. And please, okay, a caveat to this. You don't have to have perfect English or grammar. No one is marking you on your grammar. All right? No one is going to say, oh, you're an idiot, you can't spell. No, just be careful because, you know, basic things like getting words spelled correctly or capitalizing properly, all these things just make your title just look better. So I joke, but your titles do need to be readable. They do need to be readable. Again, I don't have perfect spelling. Not everyone has perfect spelling. If you're worried, if you're somebody who can't spell very well, you know, maybe you're dyslexic, maybe you're just really bad at spelling, spell check it, run it through Word, Notepad, whatever, spell check it, all right? I'm pretty sure Twitch actually has spell checking in the title screen anyway, but just spell check it. It's fine. No one cares. No one's marking you, but at the same time, you're competing against people that, you know, do have spelled correctly titles, and it just looks better. So what looks better out of these two? Be honest, right? 12-hour charity stream, exclamation point, 11111, or a 12-hour charity stream. What looks better out of those two? Now, for me, obviously the second one. It's the same information, right? But the second one is capitalized properly. It doesn't spam the stuff. It just looks more professional. Now, again, this is very subjective. Okay, not everybody's gonna agree with me on this one. Some people love the titles, but for me, something looking a little bit more professional instantly tells me that, hey, you know what you're talking about. You're probably going to be pretty good. And when we're talking about snap decisions, these are the kind of things you need to consider. So you like the professional. Again, this is going to differ, but the one at the top, the playing to Garm, people are going to instantly just assume that either you're stupid or you're a troll or whatever. You got to be careful about the impression that you give. And this is why I put this in. You know, again, you don't have to perfect. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to say, oh my God, you got that grammatically incorrect. But try to make your titles as readable as possible. Readability is the key here. So clickbait or misleading titles. This is something I put in last minute because I think it's very, very important to talk about it. You'll never believe what I'm doing. This sounds like a great title, doesn't it? It sounds like a great title. You never believe what I'm doing. I don't think it is, because here's my argument on this one, right? Here's my argument on clickbait. Well, if what you're doing is so amazing, why not tell me about it in your title? If it's so amazing, if you're doing something awesome, tell me about it in the title. Tell people about it. Why are you not telling people about it? So really, for me, it's like a lack of trust thing. If I come into your stream, if I click on this title, you'll never believe what I'm doing, and you're sat there playing a game, I'm just going to assume I've been clickbaited. So, but yeah, but like you say, click here for doggos, DJ. That's not really clickbait. If you have doggos on your stream, Echo used to do this all the time. Echo used to have her doggo cam on the stream. She used to put it in her title. She used to say, hey, doggo cam It was on her title. That's not clickbait. I'm talking about trying to trick people or trying to pique their interest by not really telling them what you're doing. Why? If you're doing something amazing, tell people about it. Clickbait is not, it's not going to help you, because you're either going to get people that just instantly assume it's clickbait and they're not going to come, or people that do come and then they see nothing really special happening, they're just going to leave straight away. So it's not really helpful for you, is it? But providing misinformation. Now this one, honestly, if you take one thing away from the stream, this is what you need to take away. Providing misinformation in your title on purpose can get you banned on Twitch. It is against terms of service. It is in terms of service. You have to label your content appropriately. Now, what am I talking about misinformation? If you're gold making in WoW, don't put mythic raiding to attract more people in because more people watch mythic raiders. That's misinformation. Don't stream Fortnite in IRL because you think you're going to get more people in. Things like this, misinformation, it can get you banned. You're probably going to get a slap on the wrist and a warning. I don't know the Twitch processes behind it, but it is against terms of service, so why risk it? Why risk it? You know, don't put misinformation, and it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. If you put in, you know, mythic raiding in your title, people come in and you're gold making, they're just going to leave. So again, what's the point? So be very careful of this. Be very careful of clickbait. There's a big difference, by the way, between having an exciting stream title, like, oh my God, really great charity stream today, and having clickbait. There's a big difference. So yeah, don't provide misinformation. What if you say switch up halfway through what you're doing? Then switch your title. Okay, Jade, if you forget to switch your title, I've done it before, no problem. Once you remember or someone reminds you, change it. Don't worry about it. That's different. The intent there wasn't it. What I'm talking about, Jade, is people that specifically label their content wrongly to try and drag more people in. You know, like it's not going to help you in the long run, because A, you're breaking trust, B, you're putting yourself at risk from punishment from Twitch. Again, I don't work for Twitch. I don't know. I don't know how they act upon it or whatever, but you're just putting yourself at risk, and you're probably going to break people's trust. It's just not worth it. And again, it is actually against terms of service to provide misinformation. It does say in the affiliate terms of service, I think it says it in general terms of service too, but in the affiliate terms of service, it does say you have to label your content appropriately. It's there for a reason. It's to stop people from drawing you in and tricking you, you know? So this is the worst one. This is the one that really makes me cringe whenever I see it. These are the couldn't be bothered titles, right? And you'll have all seen these, and we probably will see some when we dive into the directory, because we're going to have a lot of look in the directory in a little while. But couldn't be bothered titles. What do I mean by couldn't be bothered? Samadan, I'm going to head home. Enjoyed listening while working. Been very informative. Thank you. I hope you've had a good time, Samadan. And thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a safe journey home, and hopefully I'll come and be able to check out one of your streams soon. But thank you. Appreciate it. So what do I mean by a couldn't be bothered title? Okay, so couldn't be bothered title. LOL. I've seen that title before. I'm not kidding to you. I've seen that title. LOL. Here's another example of a couldn't be bothered title. Bored. Or variations of bored so playing Fortnite. Don't know what to play. So on, so forth. Why are these titles bad? Okay, now I'm going to have a little quick discussion on this one, because I believe a lot of people do it for not necessarily a bad reason, or because they, whatever. I think for some people it's like a confidence thing, or you know, they don't want to, I don't know, like almost like they don't want to seem like they're trying too hard, but honestly, like it's much better to try too hard than not try hard enough. But yeah, these titles, these couldn't be bothered titles, they're really, really bad, because the first impression it gives me of your stream, Snuppy, thank you for that, host. The first impression it gives me of your stream is that you're lazy, that you can't be asked being here, that your content, and again, remember we said earlier that people will judge your content based on things like your title and your name and so on and so on forth, right? They will judge your content based on that. It might not be true, but they are going to judge it. Let me just fix that music. This is going to come up on my main screen now, isn't it? Is it going to come on my main screen? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's fine. There we go. People are going to judge your content. They're going to make a snap decision and go, you're this kind of streamer. Even if that's not true, okay? You could be working so hard on your content. You could have been sat up all night brainstorming and planning out your stream and thinking about what you're going to do. And then if you come with a title like bored, the first impression it gives me is that you can't be bothered. That might not be true. So why would you give that impression? Why would you give that impression? And now if you are one of these people that just flicks on the camera and plays games and can't be asked about your content, fine, no problem. Most people don't want to watch that though. Most people want to be entertained, or they want to be educated or informed, or they want to have a discussion, or they want to talk about the game, or they want to see something new, or they want to hang out with you. And if you're the kind of person who's just couldn't be bothered, you ain't going to get those kind of people like you know? So again, these kind of titles. And again, like I said earlier, what did you miss? Quite a bit, Snuppy, but the VOD will be available. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube. The problem with this is you're not convincing me that your content is amazing. You're not. You're not convincing me of anything. The only thing you're convincing me of is that you're lazy. And lazy is not what people want. People don't want lazy. And again, big difference between being a relaxed, chilled out, let's have a nice, you know, let's all hang out together and play a game and have a nice chilled out experience is very different to be, I couldn't be bothered. And I really do believe that a lot of new streamers get really like, they just sort of, again, it's like a confidence thing. Like some streamers are like, I just really don't know what a good title is, so I'll just put this up for now. Or they don't want to appear that they're trying too hard because that's something that modern society keeps telling you that you're not supposed to try hard. Trust me, every streamer that makes it tries really hard. They work hard on their content. Every streamer that is partnered worked hard on their content to get there. If that's what you want to be, you're going to have to work hard. And if you're working hard on your content, why are you not telling people? Why are you not telling them that you are working hard? They like, surely they want to know. Damer boy, thank you very much for that 4-month free sub. Sorry, I've turned the sounds off today, Damer, because of the we're doing a little bit of an educational stream, but how the devil are you? Welcome in. So yeah, so if you're working super hard on your content, be proud of it. Be proud of your content and let people know that you're proud of it. Don't hide behind these, you know, oh, I'm not really working that hard, you know, oh, I'm just happy-go-lucky. It doesn't work. Trust me. It doesn't work in life. Okay, it doesn't work on Twitch, trust me. So yeah, these are my personal pet peeve. I hate these couldn't be bothered styles of titles. Ugh. Moving on. So let's summarize what we've gone through. So Snuppy, here's a summary for what you've missed, okay? So a title is important because it's the first opportunity, and I highlighted that for a reason. It's the first opportunity to engage with new viewers. It's the first port of call for you to say, hey, you, the dude or dudette or whatever, scrolling through the page, I'm worth watching. That's the opportunity. It's the first time you have that opportunity. So a good title, in my opinion, should be attention-grabbing, informative, or it should be convincing people that you are awesome, or a combination of these three. You know, you can have an informative and attention-grabbing title. You can have one that's all three. Great. You know, I'm going to argue as well that if your title is attention-grabbing and informative, you kind of already are convincing people that you're awesome, right? They're like, oh my God, great titles, great content, sure. So yeah, combinations of all three. If you're sat there going, oh, well, my title's very informative, but it's not very attention grabbing, that's fine. At least it's informative. If you can make it both, make it both. But if you can't, if your title is informative, it's already better than a large amount of titles out there. It's already providing some form of value. Again, this is supposed to be a positive thing. We're not talking about, you know, oh, you're rubbish if you do rubbish titles. No, you have an opportunity here. Make the most of it. But yeah, if your title only does one of these three things, that's not a bad thing. You're already setting yourself apart from those people that didn't. All right. So again, the more you can do, the better, but it's not, you don't have to do all of these things at all times. So bad titles could harm your growth. I put this in. I believe it can. I think bad titles can put people off your streams. It can stop people from ever clicking on your stream in the first place. So bad titles can absolutely negatively impact your future growth. Kitty, welcome in, by the way. I saw your DM. You did your first stream today. Sorry, I know that was a DM, but I'm going to tell everybody anyway. How did it go? Toby, thank you much for the host. I appreciate that. So, put as much effort into your titles as you do the rest of your content. People will judge your content based on your title. I agree with this. Again, this is a very psychological thing. I have seen research into this stuff when we talk about things like marketing research. I did in my third year, I did a bit of marketing research. People will judge your quality based on your title. If you have a very lazy title, they're going to think you're lazy. If you have a very witty title, they're going to think you're witty. Again, it sounds obvious when you say it out loud, doesn't it? It sounds very, very obvious. It's like, obviously, you have a witty title, people are going to think you're witty. But again, they're making these snap judgments on your content, which might not always be true. You could be the wittiest person in the world and have a shit title, but it's not the point. They're going to believe that, and that's what you got to remember. I went great. Did a ready with me, aka doing my makeup and trying Japanese snacks and candy. Oh, did you upload the VOD? I would love to check it out, Kitty. Let's have a little nosy. So this is what we've been through. This is what I believe. This is all my opinion. And again, if you've been sat here this whole time saying, "Hey, Grumpy, You're wrong. You're just wrong. Let me know. Let me know. But we're going to go into the Twitch directory. We're going to have a look at some titles. And we're going to put this into practice. Again, the 3 criteria for those who weren't around earlier. Okay, the 3 criteria that I now judge titles on. Is it attention grabbing? Is it informative? And does it convince me that your content is great? Those are the 3 criteria. And we're going to go and look at some. When we come back, we're going to make my title for tomorrow's stream. We're going to have a little... We're going to do it as a group. We're gonna make my title for tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will get some input. And at least, you know, if not, we'll go through the thought process of what goes into my titles anyway. But yeah, let's go. Let's go have a little look. We're going to have to... Oh, I didn't set this up, did I? I didn't set this up. We're going to be... God damn it. I need the... What do I need? I need a browser page. There we go. Browser page. Let's go. Let's go Twitch. Let's go Twitch. Let's go browse. Okay, cool. Let's have a little look. And again, I hope I don't get banned for this. I just want to have a little... I want to have a little look in practice. Because again, you know... I hope PowerPoint, but no scene. I know, shush. No, I have a scene, a new scene. I just didn't get a... I'm using a window... sorry, a monitor capture. So I'm being very careful about what I show. You know, I don't want to show any private information or whatever. But yeah, we've been chatting about the theory behind titles and what makes a good title and what makes a bad title and blah, blah, blah. I want to put that into practice because this is what most people who are the potential viewers of your stream see. This is what they see. Look at that recommended channel. Oh, this happens all the time, dude. This happens all the time. My own channel gets recommended to me almost daily. Because the algorithm says, hey, this is okay. The algorithm, sorry, you can't see it. It's just there. The algorithm says, hey, your viewers like to watch this guy. You'll like to watch this guy. It's just the algorithm. It's just how it works. But you think you did, you stream for your phone. Yeah, okay, well, if you, it's a thing that you set in your dashboard, but we'll check it out later. We'll check it out later, Kitty. This is some really good content. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate it, dude. So we've been through the whole PowerPoint. Again, I'll upload the VOD. I'll put it to YouTube as well. But let's have a look. Let's have a little look-see. I don't want to go Fortnite. I was going to go Fortnite because it's the big one. I don't want to do Fortnite because I don't know half of the terminology in Fortnite. So let's have a look. I know PUBG. I could do PUBG, or we could do Call of Duty or Overwatch. I could do any of these. These are all saturated games. I want to do a saturated game as well, because everything that we said today matters way more in a saturated game. Obviously, you know, it's a little bit less important in those games that no one else is streaming, but it's still important, but it means a lot more in saturated. So the video is up. Awesome. I will check it out after, Kitty. I would love to see how you did for your first stream. You can use my stuff if you want to use something with consent. Absolutely. Well, we could check out your stream title, Snuppy. But I want to actually look in the directory. I want to look at exactly what somebody who's on browser, I want to look exactly what they look at when they are deciding on whether to view somebody's stream. Should we do, we could do World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, everybody knows WoW, right? And WoW is a good example of having different games too. So let's have a look at WoW. Let's have a look at WoW. Let's scroll down to the bottom because I like to scroll down to the bottom and look at some people that are a little bit newer. Let's have a little look. Let's find some good examples of good and bad. Okay, I've just found a bad one already. And again, please, Twitch, let me know if I'm breaking any rules here because I'm not censoring anybody's names out, but we're not picking on anybody. Don't go in anybody of these chats. Don't go in and be like, ha, shit title, whatever. Don't do it. Don't be a dickhead about it. We're trying to learn and grow, okay? But here's a great example of a bad title. Casual WoW stream. Is it informative? No, because we know you're playing WoW. Again, I'm here for WoW. I came for WoW, all right? I know you're playing WoW, and I know you're streaming, so all you're telling me is casual. Well, I guess there's a little bit of information there. It's better than just saying WoW stream. You're saying it's a casual stream. That should be in a tag. I don't see any information here that tells me why I should click on your channel. Is it grabbing my attention? It's grabbing mine because I'm looking for the titles, right? Well, is it grabbing my attention? I don't think so. Is it informing me of anything? Not really. And is it convincing me that your content is great? Not really. Here's a brilliant example of a good title, okay? Vanilla WoW. Already, fine, she's put WoW in the title. That doesn't matter. She's put Vanilla WoW. I already know that she's playing vanilla. She's playing a different thing to the norm. She's playing the vanilla part of the game, right? Which, if you don't know, vanilla is something that's coming out later for WoW. Everyone's really excited about it. But she's playing vanilla WoW. She's playing a gnome mage. We have information. We have information already. I can already tell you that she's on the Alliance side. She's playing a mage. She's probably leveling. She's playing vanilla. Okay? She's telling me exactly what she, or I assume it's a she. It looks like a she. She's telling me what she's doing. She's telling me something about her stream. So she's setting herself apart from casual WoW stream because she's giving me information. Okay. You totally know what. Well, we can go in other games as well. We can go in others. We're just starting with WoW. So again, here's another great one. Classic WoW. So classic WoW is another word for vanilla WoW. Okay. So classic WoW, 1 to 60. You're giving me a level bracket. He's leveling up. He's already told me that he's leveling. All right. He's leveling 1 to 60. He's playing a rogue. ND, I'm going to assume it might be where he's from. Maybe his language, like Netherlands or something. Also good information. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I already know exactly what he's doing. Okay. Let's go for some more. Let's have a little look. Here's a great example of non-content. Can you see this enough? Do I need to zoom in? Let me know if I need to zoom in a little bit. I can zoom in. There we go. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I lost it. Where did it go? Legit. There we go. So again, I'm not picking on these people. He or she has 2 viewers. They're probably very new. They haven't figured this stuff out yet. I'm not picking on them. All I'm saying is that this is literally titled. Does it grab my attention? No. Does it give me any information about what they're doing on stream? No. Does it convince me that their content is great? No. This is a non-information title. You find this a lot with newer streamers. A lot of people start doing this because they're not... When a lot of streamers start off very at the beginning, they're focusing on not fucking up. That's what they're focusing on. They're focusing on making sure slobs or OBS or XSplit is running well, making sure, their camera's on, their microphone's on, all that stuff. They're not really, worried about a lot of it. So a lot of people start this and they change later. Oh, were you just trying out the command or do you actually have a question? Echo, do you have a question or are you just checking out the command? I was about to say that's a great title. Capitalization is there too. In which one? Blindside, sorry. So I've done this in the past. I have put the game abbreviation in the beginning of the title to take advantage of the fact that you see me live in Discord channels. That's fair, DJ. Absolutely, yeah, sure. If you're, for Discord, fine, cool. I'm talking about on Twitch. I'm talking about attracting in new viewers to your thing. The thing is, DJ, when you say you put it in brackets, I'm sure after that you had more information. So wow, blah blah blah, right? What I'm talking about is when they literally just put in their title is playing WoW. Or just WoW, or just title. That's a non-information. So for you doing that, the thing is, DJ, is you just said you've done it for a reason. You've thought about your title and you've thought about why it's good to do it that way. So you're already putting yourself in an advantage of a lot of people. So let's have a look. This title's fine. This title here is right fine. Demon Hunter leveling. You know something about their stream. And again, misspelling doesn't matter. Does not matter, okay? Capitalized, I can read it easily. Doesn't matter that they misspelled leveling. Demon Hunter leveling. I know something about their stream. Is it the most exciting title? No. Is it the most informative title? No, but I know what to expect when I go to their stream. I know that they're leveling a Demon Hunter. So they've told me something. They've done something. Have they done the best that they could do? No. But they've done something. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't do anything, or they really do miss an opportunity. The no mage class. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. So this one, let's have a little look. So we've got WoW, Dark Souls 3, Diablo 3, and Hollow Knight. Link me songs, videos, bitch, text-to-speech. Okay, so already we know that they're playing a variety of games today. We know that they're not just playing WoW, they'll play others. I would argue you maybe don't need to put all of the games you're playing. You could put WoW and others maybe. That's just a preference thing. But already we know not to expect to stay on World of Warcraft all day. We know that this person, we know that this person is a variety streamer that play other games. So it's something. So titles like this, Rated Battlegrounds. Is it informative? Yes. RBGs means Rated Battlegrounds. Is it informative? Yes. Could they do a lot more? Yes, absolutely. Does it grab my attention? Not really. Does it convince me that their content is amazing? Not really. It is, however, informative. Okay, you have a question, Echo. Go ahead. What is your question, Echo Wings, my lovely? So what about emojis and symbols? Sure. Again, use them if you want to. If you have a reason to. Can emojis and symbols grab your attention? Sure. Are they informative? No. See what I mean? It's a balance of things, isn't it? So yeah, for sure, they will grab your attention. But will they inform? No. Are they going to convince people that your content's good? No. So you know, again, if you're using it for a good reason, go ahead. So like the red dot thing before your title. What do you mean the red dot thing, Echo? What do you mean the red dot? What do you mean? In my title now? What's in my title? Let's have a look. Have a little look. What's in my title? It's a red dot. I have a red dot. Do I? Do I have a red dot? Isn't that's the going live, Echo? That's the live symbol. That's the live symbol. Yeah. Yeah. No, look, this is my title here. This is my title right now. Oh, you mean some put it in their title. Sure, again, why not? Again, so attention grabbing, that's why they put it in. If you're putting it in to grab attention, sure. But again, is that as good as, you know, others? No. So I imagine that that emoji probably they put in, like DJ said, for Discord, probably. You know, they probably put it in for Discord, but especially for Discords that don't separate their streamers and their viewers, you know, like how DNA does and whatever. It's probably to show people in Discord that you're live, because it says playing or whatever or streaming, maybe. But sure, why not? Why not? Put it in if you believe it's going to help. Again, you're already thinking about your title. So if you put your doggo in, why not? It already tells me that you do something about doggos, you know, like you have something doggo related. Again, if you're just going to use them for the sake of it, then what's the point? So what about saying live in the title? Again, what's the point? We know you're live. Okay, so again, if you're doing it for Discord, maybe, but we know you're live. We're scrolling through the page. We see that you're live. You know, we don't see offline channels here. So again, I would say it's non-information. But yeah, so what's the point in having a live? Because again, reruns of, unless you're very new to Twitch, it's very obvious to what a rerun is, you know. So what about live versus replay? So live versus replay, if you're doing a rerun, 100% yeah. Put it in your title. It's informative. It's saying, hey, my content isn't live. But when you are live, I don't think it's necessary. She says it's actually not very obvious for reruns. I think it is. I think it is obvious for a rerun. I mean, depends where you're looking, I guess. Can we have a look at any reruns? Do I have any reruns online now? Am I? No. I think it's obvious to find a rerun. There's a lot of little things to look for. Again, you're right. Not every, you know, newer viewers might not realize, and I've had this with my reruns, where I've been sat in my chat in a rerun, and I've had it in my title. I've had rerun in my title. Obviously, it's marked as a rerun. It's a rerun, and I've had people come in and go, "Hi, like, can you go this way?" And I'm like, "It's a rerun." But yeah, no. When you're live, no, you don't need it. We know you're live. Again, live's here. You can see that there. Live is right there, you know. Don't put live in. But when you're doing a rerun, sure, put replay on your title. Absolutely. No problem. Or rerun or whatever. Yeah, great. Instead of brackets or commas, I use relevant emoji to separate information. Yeah, another good way of doing it, DJ. The way that I do it is just the way I like it that way. Like, so I do it, if you look at my title right now, so I've put the question, what makes a good Twitch title, and then I've put in brackets, educational and discussion stream. I like to do it that way. I like to separate the information out with brackets, but that's just my style. You know, that's just my style of doing it. You can absolutely do the same thing with emojis or whatever. Of course you can. Why not? Again, you're already putting in, sorry, I had a little peek at the viewers there. You're thinking about your title and the value that you're providing. So you're already doing more than the majority of people that this video is aimed at. The video is aimed at people that do really, non-information, people that really don't think about their titles very much. Like great example here. We're talking about emojis. Perfect. This here, is it attention grabbing? Maybe. It might draw me to it for a second, but is it convincing me that you've got great content? No. What does this say to you guys? What does this make you feel about this stream right now? What does this title make you feel about this stream? Give me an honest opinion. I want honesty here. What does this title make you think about this stream? What kind of stream are you expecting to see? What kind of content are you expecting to see from this title? Just give me your honest opinions. What does it say? So it's emojis kind of making a face with like a little sort of flower on it, like a sad face with a flower on it, or maybe a shocked face. You know, it's like ASCII. Is it pronounced ASCII? It's like ASCII. Epic Memesta. So what does it say? So it's ASCII. So blindside feels nothing. And again, nothing. I'm not picking on this person here. Like, they might be brand new. They're probably brand new. They haven't figured this stuff out yet. Let them. There you go. Blindside's posted it for you. Salbury, hi. How you doing? Welcome back. So yeah, you wouldn't click. Salbury wouldn't click it. Blindside wouldn't click it. That's 3 people out of my chat. 25 people that wouldn't click it. you know? So this is what I'm saying. This is, you talk about emojis. Yeah, use emojis if you want to use emojis, but having just emojis by itself like that, or just ASCII, you've just given me no information. Is it attention grabbing? Maybe a little bit, you know, but it's not got anything to back it up with. Is it informative? Absolutely not. It's it's as informative as a blank title. Is it convincing me that your content is good? No. So those are my 3 criteria now. We discussed this in the PowerPoint. This is my 3 criteria that I think makes a good title. It's got to be informative, or it's got to be attention grabbing, or it's got to be convincing me that your content is good, and a brilliant title will hopefully do all 3. So this is how I'm doing. So here's another great example. Stuff. This is a lazy title. We're talking about couldn't be bothered. All right, couldn't be bothered to put a title. Does that inspire me on your content and think you can have great content? No. I'm gonna think that your content is as lazy as your title is, and I don't want to watch lazy content. Now, we're down at the 1 viewer range here. We're down at brand new people. A lot of these 1 viewers are going to be their bots. So they're either brand new, like literally brand new. This could be their first ever stream. Okay, they're very, very new, or they're very inexperienced, or they haven't figured stuff out yet. Oh, here's a brilliant one. Okay. Couldn't think of a title, but wow, BFA stuff. Little face emoji. So couldn't think of a title, but wow, BFA stuff. All right, okay. Couldn't think of a title. All right, fair enough. Lazy, sure, but I'm doing wow, BFA stuff. Okay, so it's a bit informative. He's playing BFA. He's playing the current content. It is making me feel like he doesn't really know what he's doing, which is not a good thing to do. But again, it's better than just stuff, right? So for me, a good title is dual aimed, aimed at people who are looking for your content. They want to watch a mage, you're playing a mage. And those who are browsing for whom you want to attract, adding things like answering questions, giveaway, educational, .com, etc. No, I agree. I agree. And again, we're talking generally here. There are, you know, people that are looking for specific content. They want to watch a woman play WoW or whatever, you know, there's specific people. And there's people that just like impress me, and I'll click on your title. But you're absolutely right. So for you, it's 2 aims, aimed at people looking for your content or attracting the general masses. And that's fine. But again, how do you do that? How do you attract those people? By, again, having good titles, having informative titles, or having, you know, entertaining titles and attention-grabbing titles, or convincing them that you're awesome. If you convince them that you're awesome, people are more likely to click on you anyway, you know, even if you're not what they want to watch. So I don't get titles with 2 languages at the start of titles like DK English, which are you talking? So Blindside, I disagree with you on that one. I like that because, so you got this one here, DK English, right? DK is Danish? Denmark? Danish, right? I like this because it tells me instantly something about you. It tells me that you're Danish, right? Please tell me if I'm wrong on DK. Periton, hi, how you doing? Thank you for that shout out. So, damn man, then I've been doing my titles horrendously up until now. Maybe you have, Toby. Maybe you have. I mean, if you're happy with it, would you want me to go on your channel and look at your VODs and we can have a little look? And it's up to you. Let me know if you don't want me to. But I think that's really, really helpful because I instantly know that they're Danish. It's telling me something about the streamer. If I'm Danish, I might be like, yo, I want to check you out because I'm Danish. I'm Danish too. DK is German. Is it German? Sure. Okay, German then, right? Okay, fine. Whatever. So German, whatever. Doesn't matter. You have like Espanol. Zvenish, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for the bot. You have, if you are somebody from a European or whatever nationality, putting that in your title's never a bad thing. Because somebody might find common ground with you. They might go, hey, I am also DK. or whatever. I'm also Spanish. I can speak Spanish too. And they might come in and just still speak English, but they might be like, hey, you know, we have something in common. Great. Okay, good example of this. I only speak English and I speak little bits of other languages. I know for a fact I raided somebody because they had Norway, well, they had Nor/English in their title. Now, when you put things like that, thing/English, usually it means they're going to speak English, right? But it means that English isn't their first language. So already it's telling you stuff. It's informing you about their stream style and about their content, and that maybe that their English isn't going to be amazing. You know, maybe it's going to be, maybe they're going to have slightly broken English, or they're not going to be perfect. But you know this, again, it's informing. And for people that really want to find streamers of that nationality, sure, it will potentially attract them. So absolutely. Is it saying, come watch my content is awesome? No. But is it grabbing my attention for somebody who's looking for it? Yes. Is it telling me, so D is German. I thought DK is Denmark. Thank you, JP. Thank you. I'm not that dumb. Yeah, so it is absolutely grabbing the attention of people that want to find that kind of content. So by being informative. So yeah, no, I don't see a problem with that. Unless they're playing assume they're playing a DK. I'm no, when it's /English, Periton, it's language. Which country is. So DK engineering in terms of WoW, Death Knight and engineering. It could be, but generally these are, it could be actually. Do you know what? He's got an engineering mount. Maybe it could be, but usually these are used for language. So if this person is using it for Death Knight and engineering, they're actually kind of using it wrong. That's their language tags. Because again, people do. So here you go, English, EN, English, EN or ENG, English. You know, like this is something that a lot of people do because they want to tell you. Because again, you know, let's be honest, let's be realistic, let's be honest. Some people don't like listening to non-English accents. Some people don't like listening to people who speak a little bit different. Whatever. I'm not judging people on that. What I am saying is some people like that. They like watching a streamer from where they're from. I know I like UK streamers. I'm a little bit biased, right? I love anybody from anywhere, right? But I know that if I see somebody who's from the UK, I'm a little bit more likely to click on their because I want to say, hey, I'm from the UK too. We have a common thing. This is why I put British in most of my titles, Echo, because anybody who's British or who likes British people or who is British themselves, they might click on my stream because like I'm British too, and I know I do that, you know. If you're going to play ISO codes or NATO codes, yeah, I mean, they're kind of easy to figure out though, aren't they? Fairy, welcome back. How the devil are you, Fairy? How are you? Are you waking up? So Blindside UK, same, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. So for me, this is why I put British in my title. I know my name is the Grumpy Brit, and most people look at me and go, well, he's obviously British, he's the Grumpy Brit. But I tried to make it obvious for people who want to find British streamers, people who are British and stuff. This is why I put British in my title. It's informative. It already tells you something about my stream. It says, hey, this streamer is British. And how many conversations, right? How many conversations have we had in my stream about British stuff, like British versus American or British versus European or whatever? Like, how many times have we had these conversations? Wait, you're British? Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's really, really easy to pick on these titles and say what's good and what's bad. But I'm trying to do this to help anybody here that we've just said had a bad title. They can easily improve that. It's something that you can so easily improve. You know, like I'm not. Here's another one. WoW. Have we already picked on that one? WoW. I know it's WoW. We were in the WoW directory. B, another one, a title B. Did they forget to do the title? Did they just put B and forget? I don't know. Was it a miss? Did they slip? Doing random shit on WoW. Again, another non-title. I know you're playing WoW. Random shit. Is it convincing me that your content is amazing? No. Is it being informative of what you're doing? No. Is it grabbing my attention? No. You know.